public speaking, I try to hire charismatic people, people who can stand like this and talk to the crowd. I want to hide behind the scene. And you know why I have such a fear of public speaking? Because long time ago, back in the secondary school days, just before the O-level exams, my form teacher told 5 of us and said, all of you come to the front of the class like this, and say, class, these are our top students. They are our only hope in the school. And then, okay, 4 of you go back. Lee Yong stand here. I'm Lee Yong, by the way, I'm Dr. Low Lee Yong. Lee Yong stand here. And say, but I'm very worried that Lee Yong will fail his English. That was 2 weeks before my O-level. You know what she did to inspire me? Let me tell you, okay? With the little pocket money I saved, I went to the mama shop and bought a copy of the Straits Times. I read it from top left-hand corner to the bottom right-hand corner to save money. I highlight every difficult sentences, every word. I check dictionary, I copy on the white card, I put into my pocket, and while waiting for the green plate bus, I took out and memorized those sentences. That's how I learned my English. That's why I'm here today. The fear was so intense because 1 week before my O-level exam, my classmate, I won't mention his name because he may recognize me by now. He may even be sitting here. He saw that I was admiring at the junior college next door, and he says, Lee Yong, you want to go there, right? I said, yes. Your science and maths very good. I said, yeah. You know, you go there, you should fail your GP paper 1. Oh, 1 week before my O-level exam, can you imagine somebody say that to you? It really inspired you, okay? And then you got into the JC wearing your old uniform. Within the first 3 months, you know, you don't change to your new uniform. And my old teacher, one of them transferred to the JC. My GP teacher, one of the lessons, first lesson, he said, this question very easy, let Lee Yong answer. Teachers, I'm sharing with you all this because they are not jokes. I'm writing a book about it. It was painful those times, but I really thank God, and I thank my teacher on the pay tribute to those teachers who inspired me and those who provoked me, because if they did not provoke me, I won't be here today. Okay.
It's a Low speech. I thought his ability to capture an audience's imagination was exemplary. I think the history of himself, his openness, his transparency, his sense of humour, and the advice that he gave to teachers is very important. And that advice you'd like to think teachers would and school leaders would share with their children. If you get knocked down, you pick yourself up. You know, if you get knocked down again, you pick yourself up again, and you keep rubbing yourself off until eventually you make it through. I thought it was a good speech. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it had some good information in there, and I know the audience enjoyed it.
Also found Dr. Lau very, very amusing, but I love people who present from the heart, because I think that really the future of anything, education, anything really, is about being able to touch your heart and being able to be proud enough of your failures to be able to talk about them with the entire world. I think we hear and see a lot about people being successful, but we have absolutely no idea how they attain that success.
Successful event is where you actually feel the energy level of the hall being very high. There's a lot of laughter, yet, you know, in between the laughter, like what Dr. Low did, was a lot of serious thoughts and reflections. And I think that's a big takeaway.
For the doctor's presentation, I must say he's very witty, very passionate about what he's doing. And one thing I like about his presentation is that he talks about integrity. To be able to fulfill your integrity and not to let people down, I think it's a very important attribute of a person. And also at the same time, having that lecture in the afternoon is not easy, but he's able to interject us and give us a lot of energy because of his very interesting and funny stories. So I really enjoy coming, and no regrets.
What I value was the authentic nature of his sharing. That being the letter A, his authentic, is genuine and very credible. And I think he shares the essence of it without even having any kind of camouflage. The other thing was he being very true to himself, and I found that very credible. What's more, I think I value a lot his being very candid in his sharing. And I think that brings a lot of credibility to what he has said. I would say that a lot of insights I've learned today from the sharing of Dr. Low.
people like Dr. Low Lee Yong. I think he's one speaker that, has left a deep impression with a lot of audience, judging at the responses from the audience that I talked to. If you notice his speech, he is somewhat an unconventional person, because my takeaway from his speech is that he's someone who is very real, very original, I would say, very original. And of course, very humorous. And one thing I always tell him, that Dr. Low, your joke really carries a lot of substance. It's something whereby, we have to think, not just listening only, but after that we still have to digest. Wow, Dr. Low, I can't wait to, invite you again for our next event.
Get connected with Dr. Low Lee Yong.